What's up, everybody? So it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to live. It's a beautiful day, man, to keep progressing, keep trying whatever you got to do to be successful in life. So I want to talk about my mom's, man. It's touchy. It's touchy because, like, for a lot of years, man, I've been wanting to do some videos about my life. You know, I want people to know, like, what it was really like being me, like where I came from and shit like that. But I'm just embarrassed, man. I'm still embarrassed right now to put it out there. What people gonna think, you know? Like, I know a lot of stuff that happened in my life. I had no control over it. It's just from where I come from, and I just never really wanted to be viewed as, come from nothing, bum, low life. But it is what it is, you know. I have no control over that, you know. So, fuck it. It's just that there's people in my that was in my life that they're living this fantasy life as if things was peachy cream, and I don't want people thinking that. I want people to know what the truth is. I want the world to know the truth, not from your version, but from the real version, you know. So I'm telling it. I'm telling it, you know. And that's what it is. If you don't like it, you really don't care, you know. So that's how I feel about it. My moms, I never really had much respect for my mom. Even as a child, you know, I was a little kid that it's like I used to have visions and my dreams would come true. It's crazy. Like, I remember I told my grandmother, I'm like, I have these dreams that I'm in a drawer and that I'm gonna, I'm real high and I'm gonna fall and stuff like that. It's a little kid, and I told my grandmother that. And she said, you were in a drawer. I'm like, what? So yeah, when you was an infant, your mother had you in a drawer. Had you in a drawer. I told my mom's that, and my mom said, who'd you hear that from? And I'm like, yo, I have a dream. And she, to the day, she believed I heard it from somebody. Nah. According to her, you know, I was only in the drawer for a couple of days, but I guess, you know, she didn't have enough for a crib, so she had me in a drawer. But I think she said she had me in a drawer next to her on the bed or whatever. As I'm thinking about this right now, I'm thinking like, a drawer. Me, an infant, was in a drawer. Like, how bummy is that? Where I came from. It's crazy, you know? That's embarrassing. But yeah, yeah. So anyway, but to this day, she don't believe that but yeah, I had these dreams. I never had respect for my mom, like I was saying. Like, early on, like most of my life as a child, my great grandmother was taking care of me, watching me, you know, and of course, you know, on welfare, government cheese, all that good shit. I remember I was like 3 years old. Like, you know, my mom, she used to run the streets, man. She wasn't around. I was like 3 years old, and I remember my mom's call. Like, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to come and see you. And I was like, you lying. And then my great grandfather was like, boy, watch your mouth. That's your mother you talking to. You know? So I'm thinking back then when I was like 3 years old, I didn't have respect for my mother. At 3 years old, I already knew, like, because she was a liar. My mother wasn't there nurturing me, teaching me stuff. You know, she was out, you know, having fun, getting high, drinking, partying, sexing, whatever she was doing. I wouldn't see my mother for weeks, you know? My mother wouldn't even stop in like once a day or once every couple of days. It would be weeks before I see her again. I wouldn't hear from her. I was bored, man, just sitting in the house all day, you know, with old people, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a fucked up life. It was a fucked up childhood, man. So, I remember my when I was like 5 years old, like probably 5 or 6 years old, I was in first grade and shit, and my my great grandmother was supposed to be picking me up from school. I was just back in the Marcy Projects, and this kid, he was chasing me home from school, and I stopped in the street, and I was like, you ain't getting me, and then boom, a car came and hit me, boom. and I fell. Everybody like, get down, stay down, stay down. Police came and everything, and then, you know, my moms came and stuff like that. My great grandmother, she was supposed to pick me up from school, but she was getting drunk under the tree. That's what my great grandmother did. She was known to pass out under a tree. You know, people had to carry her home. You know, and she was in charge of watching me. So after that, my moms took me and gave me to my grandmother. So I'm with my grandmother now. You know, and I stayed with my grandmother for a while. And then I remember my mother was she was roommates with her sister, so I came to live with, you know, we was all living in the same house. And when my aunt moved down south, my mother had the place for herself. Man, this is in the 80s. My mom started using drugs, sniffing coke. Was she doing more? I don't know. She probably was, but I know for sure she was sniffing coke and she was smoking weed, partying and shit. Like, I remember one day, I had to be about 8 years old, 8 to 10. I was probably 8 years old, and I remember walking. I was walking in the. We had 2 rooms, and then I walked in the living room, and I see my mom's like going like this, and there was some white stuff. She's like, get out of here, go in the room. Go in the room. I was a little kid. At that time, I don't think I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just knew it was bad. You just have these senses as a kid, because I just screaming at you, doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing. She was sniffing coke and shit. I seen that. My mom's would be asleep for. That's why I hate Sundays. Like my mom's probably be asleep the whole Saturday and Sunday for like 2 days straight. She's asleep. I'm a little kid, 8 years old. Nobody cooking for me. Nobody cooking for me. Like, trying to wake my mother up. Mom, hungry. She's asleep. So I go in her pockets, get some money, go to Burger King and some shit like that, eat and shit like that, and the whole day I'm spending by myself. Then when she wakes up and it's time, let's say, for her to help me with my homework, she's screaming at me, you stupid, you dumb, you don't know how to do this. You know, like, I was talking to my mother recently. She don't get it. Like, I don't come from a good family. Like, my mom wasn't loving, you know, nurturing, hug you, cook for you. My mom's never cooked for me. You know what I'm saying? I used to cook for myself since I was like 6 years old. You know, like, just looking out for myself. You know, I had a lot of aunts and uncles. Nobody's seen this because they know what was up, but they didn't come around, you know. But I'm going to continue more on this, on the next video, as far as like my mom's and the drugs and me almost losing my life. Stay tuned.